Welcome seekers of the truth to the Magical Services channel. So this is going to be a most supreme horoscope for the general collective with accents on love and career for April 29th, 2026. But before I do, let me take the opportunity to let you know about the services of Magical Services because you could in fact be needing some of these services without even knowing it. And so this one is going to be, like I said, this is going to be a general horoscope, but to really get the personal scoop in astrology, personal charts are needed. And personal charts are like your own, like the name suggests, your own personal chart, tailor made for you or just for you, kind of like your own fingerprint as far as the astral bodies are concerned. Um, and they can be used for all aspects of life. And so I do offer all kinds of astrology charts useful for all aspects of life. Natal charts can be done to see why you are the way you are, and or just to understand placements in your chart. Synastry charts can be done to see the energy between you and someone else, to see if you're compatible or not, and or how you affect one another, and or just how to be more tactical and strategic in your approach to that relationship as to make it endure, for instance. And also, composite readings can be done to see the actual energy of a relationship created between you and someone else as if you're an entity of its own. Once again, so you can be more tactical and strategic in your approach to that relationship. Um, or suppose you had a very special date or a very special appointment, um, or a very special event in past, present, and or future, and you wanted to understand how the astral bodies were aligned for you personally in regards to that event. A chart can be done for that, so you can once again be more tactical and strategic in your approach to that event as to get the most out of it. And also, having been initiated into magic since the age of 10 in West Africa, I have more than 3 decades of magical practice behind me. So I have various spells in regards to various aspects of life, if not all aspects of life. So should you feel like your life could use a little magical boost in a certain area, um, then please do contact me. And I mean, just imagine it. I invite you to imagine a magical work, not one that I'm even going to define, but imagine some work that you want done magically. Likely, it is possible to do it. So yeah, if you have if you feel like you have a need for some magical work of any kind, please do contact me, and we'll see how we could make that happen. More likely, more than if we can make it happen, how we can make it happen. Um, so if you feel like any of those services are services that could be useful to you in your life, please do contact me. My email is in the about section below, or you can befriend me on my Facebook channel, which has the same name as this one, Magical Services, and that we can share direct messages if that is more your style. With all that said, collective, let's get into your horoscope. So for April 29th, 2026, you are moving through a highly concentrated energetic corridor where momentum, pressure, and refinement are all converging at once. The dominant signature across this cycle is unmistakable: Taurus stabilization fused with Aries ignition. This is not passive energy, it is constructive force under tension, requiring deliberate direction, not reaction. The sun's steady progression through Taurus is anchoring the entire field into material reality. This is about consolidation, control of resources, and the enforcement of value systems. However, this grounding influence is not operating in isolation. It is being actively shaped by a dense Aries cluster. Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune all advancing forward with clear directional intent. This creates a paradoxical environment. Stability is demanded, but it must be built through decisive, often aggressive initiation. The Mercury-Mars alignment in Aries is particularly dominant across this window. Thought processes are accelerated, sharpened, and weaponized. Communication becomes tactical rather than expressive. Decisions are made quickly, but the presence of Saturn in the same sign introduces consequence. Every action carries weight. Every statement commits you to a trajectory. There is zero tolerance here for impulsive waste. Precision is mandatory. Neptune's involvement adds a more subtle but critical layer. While Aries typically operates with raw clarity, Neptune introduces distortion fields, visions, illusions, or idealized targets that may not fully align with reality. The strategic implication is clear. You must verify before committing. Not everything that feels urgent is accurate. Not every opportunity is structurally sound. The discipline is to maintain clarity under pressure. Meanwhile, the moon's transit through Libra across the day introduces a counterbalance dynamic that cannot be ignored. As the lunar energy progresses deeper into Libra, emotional awareness shifts toward relational equilibrium, fairness, and external feedback loops. This creates tension against the Aries-driven independence. You are simultaneously being asked to act decisively while also being required to account for others, alliances, and consequences within shared systems. This is where mastery is defined, not by choosing one polarity, but by integrating both. Acting without awareness of relational impact leads to instability. Over accommodating others leads to loss of momentum. The optimal position is controlled assertion, strategic, measured, and fully aware of the broader field. Venus moving through Gemini adds another layer of complexity. Attraction, value, exchange, and interpersonal dynamics become fluid, intellectualized, and fast moving. There is opportunity here, particularly in communication based interactions, networking, and the exchange of ideas. However, Gemini does not inherently stabilize, it diversifies. The implication is that not every connection is meant to deepen. Some are informational, some are transitional. Discernment is required to separate signal from noise. Uranus, also in Gemini, reinforces this instability in the mental and communicative domain. Expect unpredictability in information flow, sudden insights, or disruptions that force rapid recalibration. This is not chaotic for its own sake, it is evolutionary, but it demands adaptability. Rigid thinking will fracture under this frequency. Jupiter in Cancer introduces a protective expansion mechanism operating in the background. Growth is tied to emotional intelligence, intuitive alignment, and the ability to create secure foundations. This is not aggressive expansion, it is organic, protective, and internally guided. If, if leveraged correctly, it acts as a stabilizing buffer against the volatility introduced elsewhere. Pluto in Aquarius continues to exert deep structural pressure at the collective level. This is long cycle transformation. Systems, identities, and power dynamics are being reconfigured. While not immediately visible in day-to-day fluctuations, its influence is constant. It demands evolution, particularly in how control, autonomy, and influence are exercised. Across the full 24-hour cycle, the energetic progression is clear. Early phases emphasize internal structuring and recalibration. Mid-cycle intensifies external engagement, decision-making, and execution. By the later phases, there is a shift toward integration, processing the consequences of action and recalibrating strategy accordingly. The waxing gibbous moon phase confirms that this is a build-up period. You are approaching a culmination point. This is not the time to initiate random new directions. It is the time to refine, adjust, and push existing trajectories toward completion. The illumination is increasing, which means clarity is increasing, but so is exposure. Weaknesses, inefficiencies, and misalignments will become visible whether you are ready or not. The strategic directive is precise. Stabilize what matters, eliminate what does not, act with intent, not impulse. Verify before committing, maintain awareness of relational dynamics without compromising direction. Adapt quickly but not recklessly. This is a high performance window. It rewards discipline, clarity, and controlled execution. It penalizes destruction, emotional reactivity, and unfocused aggression. If you operate with precision, this cycle builds momentum that carries forward. If you operate carelessly, it amplifies error. The environment is not neutral, it is responsive. Every move you make feeds back into the system immediately. Handle it accordingly. So that's what I had for you today, collective. I hope you enjoyed it. I surely made it for you to enjoy. And if you did, please like this video or comment this video or share this video or subscribe to our channel so you get first dibs on future uploads. And of course, that would help me grow the Supreme channel of ours too, in case you wanted to help me do that. And also check out the offer in the description box. It could be useful. And check out my other videos. I always keep fresh stuff on here for y'all, made with supreme standards. All sign readings, sign specific readings, longs and shorts, divination readings and astrology readings, and whatever else you want to see. So do let me know about it. Beyond that, I thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. And until the next time, blessings.